Now, the Frank and Walters first came to our attention in the early 90s with catchy tunes like After All and Fashion Crisis Hits New York, which of course stormed the Irish and the UK charts. They appeared on top of the pops. 2 decades later, they've just released an eagerly awaited new album called Greenwich Mean Time. They're currently on tour.
And today we're joined by Paul Lenihan, Rory Murphy and Cian Corbett from the band, who are here to tell us about 20 years of working together and to perform a track from their brand new album, Greenwich Mean Time. Good morning to you, lads.
Morning.
How's it all going?
And Cian looks like he's about 16, you know.
You get that a lot, don't you?
Absolutely.
You're into bringing down the average age of the band, Cian.
Exactly.
Introduce some youth and vigour.
It's all about maths, really, yeah.
Exactly.
He was one when he joined the band.
That's right. Would it be fair to say you've been fairly quiet over the last few years, lads?
Well, we haven't been, but people think we have been.
Okay.
Well,
Why is that?
We've been kind of making noise in rehearsal rooms and stuff like that.
Right.
And we actually we've been travelling around Europe doing gigs and stuff like that, you know, as well. And we're always kind of doing gigs, but there mightn't be high profile gigs. You know?
But at one stage, I thought that you had broken up.
Yeah,
and then
we did too.
Whatever
actually.
happened to the Walters? They're still together. Did you actually break up?
No, we didn't. What happened was my brother left the band in around 2002, and about a year or two. It took about a year or two to replace him. But we, you know, myself and Ashley, the drummer, we had never kind of given up. I was always writing songs and just, you know, and then we got another guitarist.
There's a bit of a love letter to Ashley in this as well, isn't there? In a song called 20 Years.
That's right, yeah. But no one's supposed to know that, not even him.
Well, he does know. When the production meeting told us yesterday that you were coming on, it's funny. Immediately I started to get After All and that lovely skippity beat, and I haven't been able to get it out of my head. And it's one of those kind of infectiously catchy songs that no matter, it could have been released 20 years before you released it, when you released it, or could be released now. It has a timeless quality, a bit like The Lads There She Goes. Is that one of the ones that you think, home run, I got it right on that?
Well, After All, I don't know, I kind of, because I've written so many, like, kind of, they're all my children, you know.
And all your children are beautiful.
And they're all beautiful, exactly.
You don't want to single
There's
one
none more
out.
beautiful than the other, you know. So.
But it kind of reminded me of an era of, you know, a certain disco that you'd be going to or whatever. It brings back very warm feelings, I suppose. And it also, I kind of associated with James.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a similar rhythm to to their song Sit Down. It's a kind of it's called a 60s shuffle. That's the name of the rhythm. That's kind
Is
of
it?
used
Yeah.
And they use the same rhythm.
You know, when people say indie band, there's usually this kind of, you know, dour and serious men from Northern England, and it's all kind of po-faced and a bit. That was never your image. There was always a joyousness about what you did, and melody and chorus and harmonies and being able to sing along was kind of, that seemed to be the mission statement for the band.
Yeah, I suppose we just tried. We kind of modelled ourselves, kind of on the Beatles. We kind of used their songs as a template and try to make them as melodic as possible and sing along as possible, you know. So, and like, even though I think our music is more the actual music itself, like the drums and the guitar, that's where the indie comes in, you know. It's kind of slightly fast, and that's kind of, we're kind of influenced by the Smiths and the Wedding Present and stuff like that, you know. That's kind of where
When you're not
come
gigging
from.
or rehearsing, Cian, what music are you listening to?
It's mostly the Beatles. I've never really kind of progressed. Really.
You're stuck in a time warp, aren't you?
No, my dad gave me a copy of the Help album when I was 6, and I actually haven't been able to move past it, so I've only ever listened to one album.
He's being very Cork now.
Oh, I know that. I know that. What about you, Rory?
I think I'd be kind of a big National fan, and John
Okay,
House and
good choice,
things
yeah.
like that. Yeah, obviously the Smiths as well.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, you're in a kind of a peculiar position because you've worked away, you've got to 20 years, and now there's a sort of a reverence. You're kind of like godfathers of whatever the so-called Irish indie scene is. Is that a strange position to be in, or do you even think about it at all?
It is for me, because I'm only in the band a year and a half.
But I mean, you know, you say to Frank and Walters, people go, oh God, you know, that this is a band that meant something to people when they were growing up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of funny because, like, after 20 years, we've become vintage, you know. And when you become vintage,
cool.
it's good again. So, like, about 2 years ago, we weren't exactly cool, but no, maybe we are now because we're vintage.
Hang
That
around
mean I'd be
long.
cool in 18 years.
Hang around long enough, you become cool. So what's the plans, lads?
We've just released that album, and where we'll be touring in Europe.
The new one's called Greenwich Mean Time.
Yeah.
You're obsessed with time, though, Paul. Is it? Are you
Yeah.
beginning to get maudlin and beginning to start to think about your mortality?
Well, yeah, I actually am. I suppose because I'm 44 now, so I was kind of. It's like over the last few years, I have been thinking about my mortality, and I think that the thing that takes you there is actually time. You know, time will take it to your death, and that's why I've become obsessed with time, and a lot of the songs on the album.
Joyous songs about death. Nice one, Lennon.
Well, you have to celebrate.
That's very
that as
Cork
well.
too, by the way, isn't it? Listen to me. It's lovely to see, and it's lovely to see you going strong, and it's lovely to see that you're still kind of happy and buzzed about it. There's a whole lot of things going on. We just want to get a quick mention of something first.
Exactly,
and then we're going to
before
get
we
to the
let
play.
you away.
Okay.
So the Frank and Walters have brought some great prizes to give away this morning, including
they know
copies
nothing about.
of their... It's lucky they have people looking after them. Copies of their new album and tickets to their gig in Galway tonight, Limerick tomorrow night. They also have 2 golden ticket passes to give away for the first Murphy's Little Big Weekend, which takes place on the May Bank Holiday weekend in Cork, no less. So if you'd like to be in with a chance of winning, simply email or text us. Let us know why you should win, why you're a big fan of the lads. You can email irelandam@tv3.ie or text AM plus your comment to 53131. Now let's hear the lads' new single, Loneliness and Sweet Romance. Take it away, lads.
Take it away, boy.
Loneliness, sweet romance, go hand in hand, go hand in hand. Hunger and appetite, those who feel would understand. God knows the road ahead, paved with things you might not see. Meanwhile, we're keeping on, rolling strong until it's real. Guess I'm in love, but I don't know who will. I know it's a puzzle, and I know it will fit when it's true. So the girl who holds the glass will meet the man who points his hand. Those of us who thirst for love will walk on out of desert sand. Can our walks are still around? As are the unused wayway lines. Albums of photographs can still be seen defeating time. Guess I'm in love, but I don't know who will. I know it's a puzzle, and I know it will fit when it's true.
The Frank and Walters. Still putting a smile on people's faces. Well done, lads. Thanks.
Absolutely, well done.
Long may you run, as Neil Young used to sing.